I got to kick this thing off. Can I kick it off? 1, 2, 3, 4. Ladies and gentlemen, listen.
Conversate with Us Radio presents the Man Listens Show. We are the blackest radio show on the internet. We bring you our opinion on topics that affect the Black community in an effort to enlighten, enrich, and empower every brother and sister that falls under the sound of our voice. We operate on the no-hating frequency, so be prepared for us to keep it 100% real and 100% Black all the time. Please follow the show on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Man Listens Show. You can subscribe to the show on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the show, hit the notification bell so you can get notified when we post a new show, and let everybody know about the blackest radio show on the internet, the Man Listens Show. I'm your host, Mark B. Let's bring the crew in. All right, it's the two originators, me and C. What's up with it?
Where's the crew? Where's the crew?
Hey, man, you know, sometimes duty calls, you know, they got, you know, more pressing issues, but it's all love. It's all love. So what's up with you? How you been?
I've been good. Nothing out of the ordinary. How about you?
Man, this on the grind, you know, but, you know, never too busy for the Man Listen Show. So you kind of went viral, see. You went viral on TikTok about your comments about Dion. A lot of folks disagree with you. I personally agree with you. When you said, hey, listen, Dion, you come in here and you try to wave the Black Power flag and say, we got to do all this. We got to make these sacrifices for HBCUs. And the minute you get an offer from the white folks, he's out the door.
Out the door.
So he made the news for a couple of things that he said in some interviews. Well, the first thing he said in the interview was that for certain positions, he targets certain type of players with certain backgrounds. So like he's looking for an offensive player, he wants a two-parent household, right? Because he wants to be smart. If he wants a defensive player, he wants them from a single mama, a single parent household, because they're gonna be hungry, got that dog in them. And I just couldn't really believe that this fool actually said that on the internet. I mean, I can see sports psychology and coaches actually thinking that, right? Because you know, we both have sons that play college sports. You know, we've been through the interviews. You could tell that they that goes through their mind frame, and they're like, okay, what kind of food are we going to have? How much money are we going to have to give him? What kind of parental support is he going to have? Is he going to have the potential to be a problem when he gets away from home? But to have a Black man say that,
to say it, that's the thing. Even if he was thinking it, you do not have to say everything you think, and that's my problem with him. Like I have a problem with Dion.
I got a few problems with Prime. I love Prime, the player.
Yeah.
I don't know if Prime would be the person that I would particularly hang with, just because he's obviously somebody that wants attention.
Yes.
He's a person that's thirsty for attention all the time. And even though I got a podcast, even though I give my opinion all the time on this podcast, I'll be the first thing to say, as a grown-ass man, I'm 45. Prime's got to be in his 50s, right? Got to be in his 50s.
Yeah, got to be.
You ain't got to say everything that comes to your goddamn mind.
No, you don't.
Sometimes you can employ a filter, you know? Yeah. And I don't get what, and the thing is, I just don't understand it. Like, you on a show with these white folks and you say this, and then you say it proudly, right? And you say it like it's something like it's funny, and they laughing at it. Like, like what's going on with you, man? Is attention that much to you? Does it mean that much to you?
And it just makes them, you know, like you feel like they're justified when they make, you know, just those crazy, you know, assumptions or prejudiced thoughts towards us. Well, he said it and he said this, and it's not, it's just, I don't know what's wrong with him.
He went with his kid's mom. So technically, you know, his kids didn't come from a two-parent household.
No, yeah.
But here's the thing. I brought that up because that happened about a couple weeks ago. But then I just saw recently where this fool was trying to talk to the Colorado band, because he says, we need to get the band in sync with the team. We need to get the band in sync with the team. I have my theme music at Jackson State. We need y'all to do the same. Listen, man, you in Colorado, right? I don't know the demographics of Colorado, but I know one thing. It's a white ass state.
It is.
It's a super white ass state. I think you get outside of Denver and maybe Colorado Springs, you ain't seeing too many black folks in Colorado.
Yeah.
And how you expecting these folks to take HBCU culture to Boulder, Colorado? Like, come on, dude. Like, what's the deal?
In first year, and just like I said, just to say stuff like that, like talking about he needed his theme music. They play music over the speakers at football games before people are warming up and things like that. Like, of course, the band's gonna play at like halftime and on the timeout, but nobody's warming up to the band at after. I don't even think in high school. I don't even think they warm up to the band.
Not at the PWI, they don't.
No, I mean just like come
you
on.
The head coach, bro. You the head coach, and yeah, I get it. Why do you need theme music?
Exactly. Yep. About him again. I think he's a Leo. Is he a Leo?
I don't know. Let's look at
Might have a lot to do with it.
Well, Leos need attention.
They crave it. That'll probably go viral too. There'll probably be a bunch of Leos that comment on this. Be coming for me.
You're probably a Sagittarius.
No, he's not. He's not. He can't be.
You must have knew it.
Is he a Leo? No, I didn't know.
You must have been August 9th.
I told you? No, I didn't know. I didn't know. I mean, I know he's always like, kind of want attention, but I think just this everything back to back made me just say it and think about it. But no, I never questioned what he was before, but it makes sense.
He's at Ned. Flavor to your function. DD's daiquiri. Good people, good vibe, one drink at a time. Good people, good vibe, one drink at a time. Flavor to your function. DD's daiquiri. Good people, good vibe, one drink at a time. Good people, good vibe, one drink. Wanna kick back, wanna just vibe. Bring a kick back. Let me first slide to the drink store. Let me just buy DD drink mixes, all of them fire. Fill me up a case, I'm finna drop bread. Marvelous mango, classic and red. Took them to the party, these folks won't leave me alone. They wanting me to share, they better get their own. DD's at Nat. Flavor to your function. DD's daiquiri. Good vibe, one at a time. Good vibe, one at a time.
So yeah, I mean, but here's the thing though. I understand sports means a lot to a lot of people, but I think the thing that kind of irritates me about our community is that we put a lot of weight on what our athletes and what our entertainers say. And I've always said this. I really wish that we had more of our quote unquote thought leaders, like economists, political scientists, philosophers, you name it, people who have been educated in different thought processes and from our different universities, PWIs, HBCUs. I wish we had them out there making the comments and putting, driving the narrative, putting notions for us to debate and to push the intellect and push the thoughts of the community forward, right? I understand though that primarily our celebrities come from sports and entertainment. But a lot of these guys just aren't qualified. They're just not vetted to be in this position. Like Draymond. I don't know if you saw it, but Draymond, he just put something out. He wants to do away with Black History Month.
Really?
And I watched the clip. So, of course, they put out the headline, get rid of Black History Month. And I felt where he was going with it. He was like, listen, we got these governors trying to erase our history. I live in Texas, so we know that's happening. Florida, you got that fool DeSantis doing his thing. But he says, nah, I want Black history taught from January 1 to December 31st and then run it back. Get rid of Black History Month. Why y'all give us the shortest month? Blah, 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 blah. And that's fine in theory. I get that. But here's the piece. When we don't have stuff put into place, when we don't have protections, then we're more vulnerable to the shenanigans that those people have. You got Mississippi. You got the city of Jackson. The state of Mississippi, Jackson is like the most populated major city. If you consider Jackson a major city, it's the most populated Black population of a major city in terms of per capita Blacks for a city. They put into a law, the white legislature put into a law where they put the state police, the Capitol Police, the police that govern the Capitol. You and I both are from a capital city, we're from Topeka. Imagine the Capitol Police having jurisdiction over a large swath of the city where mostly the black people and mostly the white folks and their property is at. And the problem with that is the black people don't have any vote or have any say so over who is in control of law enforcement for where they live.
Yeah.
They don't get a chance to talk about, okay, what judges are put into place. So there's no checks and balances. And the only reason why I bring this stuff up is because before certain laws were repealed by the Supreme Court, there was stuff put into place that certain states like Mississippi have been basically like the I really hate, because all these states I hate black people states, but all the I really hate black people states, if they wanted to do something, it had to be cleared by the federal government. That's not in place anymore. So we got to have some sort of checks and balances. So when guys like Draymond go off and they start talking off the neck, but do away with Black History Month, do away with Black History Month, I'm like, bro, do you even really know what you're talking about, man?
Yeah, on the court, I'm not a fan of Draymond, but typically off the court, I rock with almost everything he says. I didn't see that, I've been so busy having
it just
paying attention.
Yeah, because we're recording this on March 1st. So apparently,
you dating the show.
That's why he was like, I put the shirt on. It's not Black History Month anymore. So he was using that to make a point.
So it doesn't make sense though, like teaching Black history throughout the year from, September to May, June, whenever people got out of school. That's one thing to teach it, but Black History Month is a month we celebrate it. So teaching it and celebrating is two different things. So I don't know why he even wanted to bring that up. But you're right. If we get it, if they take it away, there's no getting it back. It's going to be a real tough fight to get it back.
There's no getting it back because even the history that we get is so whitewashed.
Yeah,
Black history is whitewashed. Because we sure didn't learn about Rosewood. We sure didn't learn about the Tulsa
riot.
Africa. No, we didn't learn about that. We didn't learn about. We didn't. I remember growing up, and they would try to put Egypt in the Middle East. You remember those textbooks that we used to have?
Yeah.
They would have Africa, and they would try to make Africa like it was just full of folks in huts, right?
No shoes, no clothes,
skirts and stuff like that, right? And then they would take Egypt and put it in the Middle East. I said, wait a minute, this is part of the continent. So why is it over here? Mm-hmm. Now they're trying to say, no, they're not black. Yeah, actually they are. Actually the real pharaohs, the one who really, created the pyramids and everything, actually they weren't black.
Yeah, the ones that still have braids when they find them tombs thousands of years later.
Exactly.
They'll have the same Negro nose that they shot off the pyramids, and they think we don't know why.
Yeah, because they didn't. Exactly. So the legacy that they stole, the history that they stole, all the information that comes from black folks, and the religions that we have. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about how Christianity. And I'm a Christian, but that story has been around for years. We talk about
it predates the Bible.
Listen. So that's why when people say, well, how can you be a Christian when the white man gave us slavery? They gave us Christianity during slavery. It was like, that was their version of Christianity.
Right.
I know that Christianity predates that perverted religion that they gave us. So that's why I have no problem with being what I am.
And that Bible's been manipulated and rewritten so many different times. So there's been books that have been taken out. There's been books that have been added. So
exactly. So Draymond, I love the fire. I like Draymond on the court. I think he's a tad bit overrated.
A tad bit? If he wasn't surrounded by all those stars, we wouldn't even know who he is. Draymond will score.
But he is the glue though.
He averages like 2 points a game and is the loudest on the court.
That don't matter when you the glue though. When you the glue, you see what happened when he got suspended. He got suspended and
when he punched out what's his name?
No. I'm talking about when they was the greatest team, when they had the most wins of all teams during the regular season, and then they went up 3-0 against LeBron and the Cavs.
Yeah.
They say if Draymond hadn't got suspended, we would have won. So people can't say, okay, well if he hadn't got suspended, they would have won, and then say he's insignificant. Like he is a linchpin for that team. Kinda.
I mean, he's that dog that you'd be like, okay, get in there and foul so and so, or ruffle so and so's feathers to kind of take them out their game. But
he makes good basketball plays.
But his stats, he has none.
What's the plus minus though? I mean, okay, maybe he's not. Why? But why does he need to score? You got Steph and Clay.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can grab an offensive rebound and put it back and score at least 10 every now and then.
That's like saying Rodman couldn't play.
But well, so we knew Rodman was in there for rebound. So I guess we could say that's the same about Draymond. But no, you just can't put that much time out on the court and not score.
Yeah, if that's not your role, then that's not your role.
Yeah.
Some guys will come in to put in to be defensive stoppers. Some people just, come in to be that field marshal on the court. And I think that's Draymond. But
off the court, like I said, I rock with him off the court. That's my guy.
I don't want him to lose his fire. But I think, man, that I want you to talk to people because, like Brian, Brian uses his platform, and Draymond is Brian's homeboy. You can tell Brian has become way more calculated with how he uses his platform and the things that he says. So you can tell he's talking to people, and that's the only thing I really want for these guys. Yes.
Yeah. So he can be quiet sometimes too, though. He's one of those ones that sometimes you
need to shut up. Yes. But let me be careful because I think I'm getting real close to being like, what's that white lady on Fox News with that shut up and dribble? And that's not the message that I want to put out. I'm not telling
not at all.
Right. What I'm saying is be informed. Talk to people and have an informed standpoint. Have it come from an informed perspective before you put your opinion out there because you do have a platform. You see what happened to Kyrie. Kyrie just shared a tweet, right? He just shared a link to a video, and they tried to just do him dirty. They tried to end him. Yeah. Thankfully, he's still around. I mean, that boy is kind of weird, but Kyrie's weird. We didn't talk about him several times on the show. Yeah. Kyrie's weird, but his heart's in the right place. He does right with his money. He gives back. So I'm not gonna dog that brother.
Yeah, I like him too.
I'm not gonna dog that brother. Just because he's a little bit off. But did you see? But speaking of like cats who were like a little bit off, people have opinions on their personality. Michael B. Jordan.
Oh yeah, the comment about being corny.
What'd you think about that? So Joe Budden trying to grill him and say, "Man, you wasn't right for going at that girl. You wouldn't do that if it was a white girl. That's corny what you did." My personal opinion was because I got bullied. I got bullied in high school. So I got bullied in elementary. I got bullied in middle school. I got bullied in high school. When I got bullied in elementary school is because I was the only black kid. So I heard the N-word several times, probably why I'm so militant. Matter of fact, it is why I'm so militant, other than my mom being real militant. But I got bullied by the white kids, right? Then they bust some black kids into the school, and it was like, "Oh, you don't live in the PJs? You a sellout." I'm like, "What?" So I got bullied also. I'm all for it. Hey, listen, man. If I'm up, what did Mike Jones say? Back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot. You all on me.
All on me.
I had no problem with him calling her out. What about you?
So I listen to that show every now and then in the mornings, like if I'm up early driving to work. So I like her, L'Oreal. She's funny. But so I don't really think he called her out. I think he was just saying that's what all of them thought back then. Like I didn't take it as he directed it towards her. Like
she was down with the people that were talking about him, though.
Right.
Like, what show was it? Is it the Mad Hatter show? What show is it?
It's called The Morning Hustle. It's L'Oreal and Head Crack. Head Crack used to be with
Ricky Smiley, right?
Ricky Smiley back in the day.
Yeah, Head Crack's good. Head Crack's good. But
yeah, she has a couple podcasts too.
They call him corny. Well, even if she didn't call him corny, right? She didn't stop him.
She probably didn't, but come on, she's 30-something.
She didn't stop him. She said, "Oh yeah, we used to make fun of his name. He had his headshot or whatever." So you can't on one hand say, "You know what? I went to high school with you. Remember we went way back?" And then when you was way back, you was teasing him, and then him expect him to be like, "Oh yeah, girl, we went to school together." So yeah, he was like corny dude, right? Corny kid. If I was him,
I don't have any problems with him saying it, but at the same time, I mean, like I said, she's 30-something though. Like
she learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah, but and the thing is, she wasn't trying to holler at him. She's doing her job. She's standing on the red carpet with a microphone, asking him, and then she goes, "Yeah, we go way back." But like, I'm sure there's some girl that you might have either said something slick to in high school or some girl said something slick to. Fast forward to us being 30, 40 something. You're not going to be like, "Oh, the corny dude." You know what I mean? I don't have a problem with him saying it, but I just don't see why he needed to say it. Like,
Since we're talking about signs and you were Sagittarius, I know you. I know that you would not miss an opportunity to call somebody out.
I wouldn't have, but I wouldn't have waited till that opportunity either. If I wanted to call him out, I would have did it a long time ago. Like, because she name drops him all the time. She's interviewed him before. Like, why do you bring it up then?
She didn't call him corny until lately, or whenever they.
I took that wrong. I thought he was saying back in the day they said he was corny. She said he was corny lately.
I don't know the timeline, but apparently either on the podcast or on the show.
Okay.
He was coming up. He's got a movie coming out. He's got Creed Part 3 coming out, right?
Right.
And I guess they was talking about him. A lot of people have been talking about him lately. Say, "Oh man, Michael B. Jordan, man, he doesn't have any edge," or they kind of clown. It's that tired argument about he doesn't have any, I guess, street cred, for lack of a better word. I guess people just call him corny or lame.
Okay.
So I guess that came up during the interview. So when she came to him and she was like, "Oh, we went way back," and he was like, "The corny dude, right? The corny dude." And I think, but him calling her out, even if she was like, "I didn't call you corny. Look at the transcript." And you look at the transcript, she didn't say it, right? But she said, "Yeah, but we used to clown him. We did used to clown him for his name." He still did her a solid because he gave her an interview. Just because you on the red carpet don't mean I got to stop and talk to you.
Right. So I didn't know it was lately. I guess I thought he was meaning like when they were in high school, she was called.
That happened like on one of her shows, and she didn't say it, but I don't know, one of her co-hosts or somebody else called him corny. She's like, "Yeah, we should clown him for his name." So yeah, that's what he was like, corny dude, right? Corny dude.
Oh yeah, so he had every right to say that.
He had every right to say it. And then if you really think about it, though, you actually did her a favor because you knew about her. I ain't know nothing about that girl. And sometimes I listen to them radio shows, and you know how many outside of Ricky Smiley, the Brat. So I know all the Ricky Smiley's people.
Yeah.
I know all when Tom Jordan was on, all his people. But,
and I listen to Sway in the morning too. So
Sway, Sway got Heather B. But outside of Sway, Heather B, you don't know who them other people are on the show with Sway in the morning. Them little girls, they could just throw a different one in every week. They come in and say, "Oh, read the news. Oh, what's on the rumors?" So you don't know the girls. And don't nobody really know this girl either until now.
Right.
So he really did her a solid.
He did. I think she's trying to be like a rapper part-time too. Hey, what's good, everybody? I know you're enjoying the show, but we're going to take a quick break right here so I can tell you about our merchandise. If you want to look photo shoot fresh like us and rep the Man Listen Show, check out the link in our bio. Like I listen to a lot of like Sway, but I really, hold on, get over there. Hurry up. You didn't spoke him up. He been asleep this whole time.
That's Gucci used to do the same fucking shit. Like, you've been asleep all day. Then you would come.
Right. Okay, hurry.
Yeah,
go. Hey, go. Go. Go before I get the belt. Go.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying.
Oh,
I think she's trying to be like a part-time rapper or something too. But I pretty much listen to Satellite in the morning. But I listen to radio shows like that. Just got like when people call in, they do the asking for a friend. Where people call in with like some of the dumbest stuff, and then they do like a little trivia where they ask people like 20 questions in like 60 seconds or something. So I listen to them. So I'm playing those in my head as I'm driving, just so I don't get bored. And then right before I get to work, that's when I play my theme music. So my hype music to go to the gym is the same music I play right before I walk in the building and work. It's the same mindset.
What is it?
It's straight thug music. I'm in the trap. Everything beats loud.
Like you going into the trap.
Right.
These.
Right. I'm dressed in a business suit, but in my head I'm like Jeezy. I'm in a white tee. I got a baseball cap on backwards. That's how I am mentally.
I got you. I can't listen to them shows. Honestly, I watch a lot of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I try not to listen to a lot of podcasts because I don't want to inadvertently bite somebody's style when we doing the Man Listen Show. I don't want to get somebody else's, opinion and accidentally make it mine. So I try to stay away from it so that it's all original thought when I'm doing content for our show. I can't stand call-ins though. I can't stand call-ins because
You can't.
no, because you know what? There's a lot of unintelligent people in this world.
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't stand the pranks when like nephew.
Oh no, I don't like those
I
either.
can't stand that. I can't. I just. It just. It's cringeworthy to me. I'd rather listen
Yeah.
to the old '90s R&B. You know, let me
Mhm.
go listen to my playlist. I'd rather listen to that. That's gonna keep me
Yeah.
calm. Y'all just gonna
Yeah.
take.
Ricky Smiley, they used to do those prank calls and stuff all the time. And I think I want to say maybe on Tom Joyner too. But I was like, how is that even funny at y'all's age?
Yeah, well, Steve Harvey does it with his nephew Tommy because at
Yeah.
first nephew Tommy did it and it was funny, but then it's kind of like,
Mhm.
come on, yeah, because some of it kind of even seems staged.
Yeah, some of it doesn't seem real. And another time, they're gonna catch people and they're gonna say the wrong thing. And I think it's not fair for some of those people either.
Yeah, because you're gonna cause like somebody get hurt, you're gonna cause a
Mhm.
divorce, you're gonna really make something.
Right. Somebody gonna say
Somebody gonna say what?
something really hurtful to
Yeah,
somebody else or cause
right.
somebody to say something bad and they end up losing their job because they're on the radio saying something. I mean, it's just
And hopefully they got enough sense, like if that happens, that they wouldn't play it.
they
'Cause
don't play it.
Did you
Yeah.
remember one time? I can't remember. It was Young Jock. Young Jock had a has a radio. I don't know if he still has it. A radio show in Atlanta. And
Mhm.
this girl called in and she was talking about how she was dating a dude, right?
Mhm.
And the dude was in the kitchen talking to his homeboys. And him and his homeboys was talking about how they had killed her brother.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I guess it must have been before they started like going with each other, whatever. But they was like talking about the details about how they killed this dude, and they didn't. She was in the room, and they didn't know that that was actually her brother.
Wow.
And Jock and them played it on the radio.
See,
They played it on the radio, and dude, I can't remember what happened with it, whatever, man. But that to me, that stuff is just dangerous.
yes.
It's not entertaining to me, and it's just
No.
I can't fool with it. Hey, but
No.
before we go
Yeah,
though,
that was dangerous for a lot of people.
the show,
Mhm.
um, Jonathan is his name Jonathan Majors?
Uh-huh. The one that's in Creed and the new Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah, he's playing Kane.
Yeah.
He's been in the middle of some controversy, right? So he was on the Ebony cover,
Mhm.
and he's got on like this pink cape. It's like a pink background. He's got on these jeans that are kind of like almost like leggings. A little, they got
Skin
like
tight, they're jeggings.
like wedge heels. He's a cut up brother, right? He's cut up. He's starring in a Marvel's movie. He just got through Creed or whatever. So it looked like he got his titties out. You know what I'm saying? Because he's flexing his pecs. And it looks like he was giving duck lips too. Now I don't know because we got African features, man. The brother got big lips, and I'm not clowning. And don't please, I'm not clowning the African features because I'm not one of those people who feel like European, westernized sense of beauty is the standard. But the dude got he got some big lips. See, so
I do.
it looked like he was giving duck lips while he was sitting on this couch.
He was. He was like this.
Like he was pursing his lips. And I'm like, why you? So you already kind of look.
And it was almost like that, like he was giving an attitude with the lips. Like, yeah,
You look real sassy.
he did. He did.
Now, I'm gonna put this
Real
disclaimer.
zesty.
I'm gonna put this disclaimer out here because I know some of y'all might get offended. Like we definitely are not anti SGL gay.
Oh no, no,
We
not
definitely
at all.
But some of the images that they're pushing out and they're pushing towards black men, we got to question it. We got to question, the emasculation of black men, and I don't understand. Now, some people they showed he's big into anime, and it was a ode or a reenactment of an anime character. Okay, all
Why?
right, whatever. All right, so all right, bro, we'll get past it. I don't know why you're doing the duck lips. I think I would hope that you next time that you would have your publicist and your management team, say, hey, listen, we need final approval on the photos that get put out.
final approval on the dress, on the wardrobe. When they brought that get up in there, you should have been like,
I guess he's trying, but if he's big on anime, he's trying to like the character. He's all with it, but still, like, I don't know, man. Like, I would want to have final approval. Hell, I'm a big dude. I don't want them putting out nothing that make me look crazy. Get the right angles for me. You know what I'm saying? I need the right angles before you put my picture out.
Yo. I know it's getting good. We're going to get right back to it. But check it out. Imagine your advertisement right here. Just click the link in our bio and we'll hit you up.
But speaking of angles, if we see these pictures of him and Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And, he's got his head on Michael B.'s shoulder.
I know.
His face, they face to face, see? Mm-hmm. And on one picture, that like they face to face making death lips.
I saw that one.
And
I'm telling you, I don't even like people looking over my shoulders. You can't just come and plant your face right here on my shoulder and I'm going to be okay with that. Especially if I'm a man and you're another man. Like, I'd be like, oh no, it's just too, even if it was a female or like a friend, like, why you got your face on my shoulder? Like, like back up.
I don't understand. And that's the question I have. So some of people's like, well, black men can't show affection towards another. Why do you guys have to be hard towards one another at a time? And I got to call BS on that. Because here's the deal. I have 3 blood brothers. My crew of homeboys, we tight. We'll dap each other. You do the dap and, the kind of hug. Sometimes we'll dap and just give each other a hug, like full embrace, whatever, right? It's nothing for us to say, man, I love you, bro. I love you, man. I love you. Talk to you later. So this whole notion about us not being able to show affection and show love towards one another, to me, that's bull. That's bull.
Yeah, that was.
What message are you sending by showing these dudes back to back with their head leaning on each other's, they face to face, head over head, hugging him over his breast like I would do my gal? Like, what's up with that? What message are you trying to send? Like, why y'all can't stand shoulder to shoulder? Why can't y'all show power? You know what I'm saying? Why can't y'all just, be locked up or whatever? Like, what's up with this? Like, what message are you trying to send?
But like you said, you can dap somebody up. They could have showed them doing like a hug or embrace. There's ways to show affection without your face, like, somebody's shoulder. Just like, I don't know. It was just...
and we're not crazy to call it out. And I'm tired of people trying to say that. Like, well, what's the problem? No. What message are you trying to send? And what's the point? Like, really, what was the point?
What was the point? Like, who sat down and said, put your face on his shoulder? Like, like what? Like, where were we going with that?
You got 2 brothers.
Especially to promote that movie.
You promote a boxing movie.
Right. Rocky didn't have his face like that on top of
Apollo Creed or Ivan Drago.
Or Ivan Draco. Nobody was like this. Right. Yeah, Draco wasn't putting his face on nobody.
They gonna show him they gonna show him face off or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what was the point? Like, that's what I'm trying to get. It's not promoting the movie. It's not. And then like
not that movie, if it was.
And I don't know. I just saw the photos. I don't know if they came with an article or something that was talking about their friendship or whatever. I don't know. But there was pictures like that with Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick, where they were like,
Yeah, but not that bad though.
It was still I like to say suspicious. It was still suspicious. Now, I think we give it a pass in hindsight 2020 because we look at the pictures and we realize now Chadwick was sick.
Yeah, right? He was going through something.
Going through it, he was sick.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's tough. And I just think that we'd be being desensitized, and there's different images that we could put out to show love and affection between brothers.
Yes.
Without that. Now, I'm not calling them gay. And even if they are gay, guess what? I don't give a damn. I'm gonna fight for their rights.
If they were, I think I'd feel a lot better about the picture.
Say that though. Right. Just say that though. Just be like, okay, yo, man, my sisters, I used to date Lori, but I kind of like brothers too. If that's the case. And I'm not saying that about them. I don't even want to allude to that. I don't know.
No, I don't think they are either.
I don't know the sexuality. I highly doubt it. But again, what's up? Stop gaslighting me with this BS. Like, it's just okay. Nah, man, we gotta do better.
There's not enough black men in those rooms that are making those decisions, whether they're photo shoots or, videos, marketing. I don't know what group you know, who's doing it, but there's just not enough black men in there. And you can tell that when you see those different
Yeah.
shoots and just videos and magazines and clothing, the stuff they wear. It's just there's not enough of the right people. Like it's not diverse enough.
And Jonathan Majors is playing Kang the Conqueror.
I
If you're
know.
a comic book head, Kang the Conqueror is like the boss of bosses. Like Kang the Conqueror, I haven't seen Ant-Man yet. You know what I'm saying? I
I
heard
haven't
mixed
either.
reviews about it, but the character that he plays, I'm so glad. I was like, yeah, see this brother doing this for real. And then you see these photos, man. They looking all tender. Like, what's going on, man? like, like, like what? Like, I know we're gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I don't care.
Yeah, they're
Don't
like, he's playing all these roles where, you know, he's so masculine. They're like, we don't want you to get too ahead of yourself. Let me bring you back down a notch. You know, this is the image I want you to see. And so,
listen, man. I think we still making progress though. They, you know, shout outs to them. Shout out to him, Jonathan Majors. I'm definitely not hating on that brother.
yeah, these new phases of Marvel, we are definitely getting more. You know, I'm a Marvel fan, but you know, in that first phase or so, look, we weren't hardly in there at all, other than Fury. I mean, Sam Jackson, like he gets his check, but other than that, like, and then you know, later on Falcon came. But you know what I'm saying?
We got to give a shout out to the originator. I saw a clip, and they say, "Hey, he don't get enough credit, but there wouldn't be no Marvel movies if it wasn't for one dude. You know who that dude is?
Who's that?
Wesley Snipes.
Who?
Wesley Snipes.
Oh yeah,
Blade.
you went way back.
Hey, the Blade movies was tight. The first
Yeah.
two was tight. Then they tried to write them out on the third one. They tried to bring the white boy and the white girl in, and it was trash. But when you had Wesley, a real life actor, you know, a top name, Billboard name, hey, he kept Marvel alive. He did, for real. But again, I just want to say, I'm not hating on Jonathan Majors. I'm not trying to make
I like him as an actor. I really do.
Like that. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of Michael B. Jordan. I'm proud of the role Killmonger. Hey, that was the dopest part when he came out of that Black Panther 2.
But I was so hoping they kept him alive. I'm like, man, they can kill Loki 15 times and he keeps coming back. Please do not kill Killmonger. Let him come back. Let him come back.
When he came back on the astral plane, that was tight though.
Yeah, but I wanted him to have a bigger role and I wanted him to have other films. But I get it. He's busy. That's a hardworking man. So maybe he didn't want to sign on. Because, you know, Marvel, they'll try to like, you know, manipulate your whole life. They'll sign you to a 10-year deal and tell you got to do 7 or 8 movies. So maybe he didn't want to sign up for that. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. But I'm proud of you, brother. I think for those who are sitting here saying that Michael B. Jordan is corny, I think you're lame.
Yeah.
That he is a shining star of what we can want for a young black man. I don't really see him getting in trouble. He's putting out quality content. He's not putting out anything that I think that we should be ashamed of.
Right.
I just don't understand why people feel the need to try to tear him down in the way that they do by calling him corny, saying he's lame, doesn't have any edge to him. Like, are you attacking his blackness? Are you attacking his masculinity? Like, what are you trying to do? And I want to make it clear that I'm not attacking his masculinity. I'm just questioning the message of the photographer, whoever put out this photo shoot. Right. What are they trying to put out by showing these brothers who are doing such positive things for the community, representing with, you know, putting out images that my son, your son see, young men that they can look up to, like, oh, I want to be like Creed. You know, I want to be like Kang the Conqueror. I want to be like Killmonger. But then you want to show them in this light where they kind of look like they like, you know, I got to question it.
Yeah.
Got to question it. But anyway, see, I think we talked about it enough. We said we brought back the first time we did this, we talked about Black Panther. So we brought it back. Just me and you talk about Black Panther again. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Full circle.
Full circle, but shout out to Lav, shout out to Enrique. We're gonna get him back on the show. Okay. Make sure y'all follow the show, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at manlistenshow. Subscribe on YouTube, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up. Let us know if we tripping. Are we tripping about the photo with Jonathan Majors and Michael B. Jordan? People right to call Michael B. Jordan corny. Let us know. We'll talk back to you. You know what I'm saying? We down for a little bit of debate. But anyway, I think we talked about enough. We'll holler you next time. Peace. Shout out to Lav and Enrique.